A very good morning to all my dear students of class 8th, wherein in this week, or rather I should say children, from this week we are going to conduct the revision of the chapters which we have studied by now. Plus, there is one more change in the teaching strategy or these online classes, that from now onwards we will be taking classes of the particular sections which are assigned to us. For example, I have been teaching classes 8th A and 8th B. So from now onwards I will be taking classes for 8th A and 8th B. So I welcome and I extend a very warm welcome to all of you again to this social science class. Now children, since from now onwards we are going to revise till what we have studied so far, then starting with history has to be the best option. I know you people have been taught the history first chapter by Roli ma'am, and other teachers have also taught you. But since now I will be taking all social science classes of 8th A and B, I have to start from the key essence, from the base of social science, which holds and which lies in history. Now, before beginning with the first chapter of history, children, I should make you aware of that what is the importance of studying history, or why should we study history. Children, we should study history because history enables us to develop better understanding of the world. If we have studied history, we will get to know the world more in a more better way. Then building knowledge and understanding of the historical events which have taken place in the past. So number one, we will get to know more about the world in which we are living. Second, we will be aware of, we will build an understanding and better knowledge of all the incidents which have happened in the past. Third importance, why should we study history, is that it enables us to develop much greater appreciation for current events today. We will be able to analyze. If children, we were not knowing about British rule, how can we get to know about our present, that whether the functioning of our country's government is going fine or not? So it enables us to have greater appreciation for current events which are taking place today. Now with this note, I would like to begin with the chapter where we will study that the chapter 1, how, when and where. Children, in everywhere, in history, we should always begin with the first thing, that why actually are we studying history? Then when, what events took place, what and then where it took place, and when, the time, the dates. So these are certain W's which we need to know very well. Now, since you people have been taught by Roli ma'am, I will have a revision and I will give you explanation to the chapter slowly and gradually, so that you people are more aware about what the chapter has to talk about. Children, history, you need not feel that pressure in your mind. I feel history can be studied in a wonderful way, like storytelling, isn't it? If children, you are listening to me through this video, I will give you the chapter in the form of a story where you will get to know, okay, this chapter is telling this, oh yeah, all right. So with different forms of teaching, we can make history a very interesting subject. So let us start with the first chapter, how, when and where. Children, there are certain topics which we are going to study in this chapter. If you have read the chapter very well, you will see the first important heading, how important are the dates. Children, historians have always been fascinated with dates. Children, there is a close relationship of the historians and the dates. For example, if you are going to tell something important, for example, this COVID-19, demonetization, all these things which have taken place in your lifetime, there are some incidents which will not take place over and over again. So you will be telling your grandchildren with the help of dates only, that in year 2020 March we saw the outbreak of such a pandemic which is corona. So you are going to tell your grandchildren with the help of dates only. If you explain any incident, you need to have the knowledge of time. Therefore, dates hold a very strong place in history. I hope this much is clear to you. Now, children, history, was an account of battles and big events. It was about rulers and their policies. Historians wrote about the king, how he was crowned, the year he married, the year he has a child, the year he fought a particular battle, the year he has won, the year he died, and the year to the next ruler succeeded him. So for events like this, children, specific dates are very important. So I hope the first topic, how dates are important to us, is clear to you, because you cannot explain any incident which has happened in the past without dates. Whenever a king has fought any battle, whenever the king has been overthrown by someone, whenever a son or a prince has succeeded his father, which year the king got married. So every incident in past is always correlated with dates. Thus, dates hold a great importance. So, which dates? Now the second question comes, which dates? The dates we select and compose our story of the past are not important. They become important because we focus on a particular set of events as a significance. For example, if you tell your mom that yesterday I studied civics, and day before yesterday I studied that, or from 16th April, you keep on telling your parents, I studied this, I studied that. They are not having that importance. But once you tell, last year I got first prize overall in all the sections, now this is the important date where some important incident took place. I hope now you are clear that which dates are important. Not just every date. Okay, the king ate so and so vegetable, the king went out for a ride, the king met a person, the king saw a girl, the king had so and so meetings. But every date is not important. Dates which are associated with very, very important incidents in previous time hold a lot of importance. So these are the dates which have to be taken care of. Now, they become vital because we focus on a particular set of events. The chronology of different personalities' lives marked the different chapters of history of British India. The chronology is the serial order. For example, if you take the Mughal kingdom, starting from Babur, then so and so rulers will come up in the Mughal era. So the chronology has always to talk about different incidents with the set of dates, children. Alright, so it is to tell a story in a way that makes some sense and it can be followed. Similarly, when you study a chapter, for example, if you are going to study the chapter about Babur or Humayun, then you are going to study the chapter about that very particular person, and then children, you need to know the details of the chapter. So you need to know the details of the chapter. After that, you will be able to know what important incidents took place with that associated person. So this holds the importance of dates. What we have studied, how important are dates? What is the importance of date? Then after that we saw which dates have to be given so much of importance. Alright, not just any date, but with a specific personality in the past and his associated events which hold a great place in history. Then children, we have the next subheading, how do we periodize. So this we will be taking up in the next class. Since we have to revise every chapter, I personally feel we all should not rush in the revision. First you need to know the chapter very well, read the chapter very well, and then again in tomorrow's class I will come with the second subheading, that how do we periodize. Alright, so till then children, you need to know what you have been taught in today's class, what has been revised, and please read the chapter so that when you are meeting with me in the next class, you are ready with the chapter next to you, plus you are having a register, rough register, and a pen to note down important points which have been discussed. So see you all in the next class. Thank you so much children, and have a nice day. Bye bye.